Hey y'all, Laura here with Cox Homestead, and in today's video I'm just going to chat with you a little bit on some of the thoughts and processes going through my head while running a rabbitry and putting out some YouTube videos. Come join me and share always with me your thoughts in the comments. So I spent a lot of time thinking lately, and it's mid-March, nearing the end of March, and I've been trying to figure out why on earth I've not been creating new content for you. It may have something to do with the fact that I am not monetized on YouTube yet, and so working so hard with no pay is challenging for me. But I also know that it can pay off in the long run, and it's brought a lot of you to my farm for rabbits or workshops or something else because you have found me here. So I do know it pays. It pays in relationships, it pays in people coming to my farm. But I was like, what is my deal? Why can I not get motivated to make more videos? Well, I spent the past month thinking about it, and now I'm ready to chat about it. Before I dive in and give you my reasons, I wanted to let you know I'm coming out here to my rabbitry to check on my Palomino doe there. Supposedly I bred her with a Palomino buck, the Palomino buck that nobody else wants, so I'm anxious to see if she's actually gonna have babies. She is way too many days in. Let me count how many days in she is now. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Today is technically day 35. That's usually about all the time I give them. So let me get in here real fast and see if anything's happening. Hi, baby. No babies yet, just beautiful nest made. She does look extra round. I mean, that could just be who she is. You can see here, beautiful little fur nest made, no babies, and no blood or sign of kindling and then eating or anything like that. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm about to give up. But number one, part of my frustration has been I've had a lot of failures in the past 2 months, or 2025 already. I've lost several litters. I've had a lot of unsuccessful breedings, and I've flat out felt discouraged because I culled hard on my herd out here and got rid of old rabbits that weren't producing well, rabbits that didn't like their color. I've had some hard culls, but it's been worth it to hopefully get to me closer to my end goals of what I want for my rabbitry. So the first reason I've been slow to share lately is because I have been a little bit discouraged and not proud of what I've had going on here. And if I'm not proud of something, I have a hard time sharing it. I do try and be vulnerable and share when it's not always going well, but occasionally I'm just feeling defeated. And so I've spent the past few months really working on things, trying to improve and do the best that I can. You see here, this is my first ever French Lop rabbit. Actually, I have 11 of them that I have managed to keep alive, so I'm getting really, really excited about that. 4 of which I fostered out to other rabbits, and 7 of which I left with their original mom. These guys are so cute, so sweet, and they're always in the feed dish. You can tell which ones are the French Lops because they are quick to be eating, and they're playful, and their fur is extra fluffy. As you can see, it's different than, let me grab one here. This is a polyface rabbit next to it. Oh gosh, see, those polyface rabbits can't be trusted. You can just tell the difference in their fur between these two. These French Lop are luxurious, so Lord willing, will be having some of those available here in the next month. I think they're reaching about 3 to 4 weeks old now. I have started using the Everbreed app, which helps me. This is not sponsored by them, but it started to help me keep track of all the birth dates and weights, and then pedigrees for these cutie pies. These guys will be pedigreed, so I will have that option. So I had a lot of discouragement in January. I have turned a corner in March and the end of February with not a lot of new litters. I've also got some new breeders in my program, so I'm once again feeling hopeful. And to be honest, sometimes I just get the blues in the winter. It's been a long time since I thought that I'd overcome that, and then this year it kind of creeped in, and I struggle with a little bit of blues for January and some of February, but I'm doing better now, ready and excited for spring. I was actually debating yesterday if spring was my favorite season now or if it's still summer. I love the fresh green grass in spring. Nothing can beat it for me. Although I do like crepe myrtles in the heat of summer. So it's still up in the air which one's my favorite. So I was just feeling discouraged. Now I've turned a new leaf. And so now I'm going to share with you the next reason why I have been so hesitant to share on here. I've really been trying to work on who I am, where I'm going, and what my purpose is. And the more and more I learn about rabbits, the more and more I realize I have so much to learn. And that's just like anything else in this life. The more you learn, the more you realize you have to learn. And so I was dealing with a little bit of, I don't know enough to be teaching these people. Here I show up every week sharing what I think that I know, and I even look back at some of my videos and I'm like, why were you even talking on that? You were so green. And I guess it was, what, 3 years ago when I started this channel, and then, I mean, I'm still green. I'm still new and learning all the time, and I just want to be transparent with you that I don't know it all. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure out the best knowledge that I can get to help people like you. And so I was dealing with this I'm not good enough syndrome for a little bit to even have this channel to be teaching you. And so what has helped me to realize and get me moving forward again is I want to encourage you when I post a video, especially if I'm asking questions or asking you to share your experience, go in and check out those comments. I have gleaned a wealth of information from the comment section. And I know that a lot of people will skip over comments because I also get a lot of negative comments and a lot of hurtful things said to me. But I have noticed in the past 6 months, I have had some really helpful wisdom come in on the comment section. So I wanted to encourage you that if you're feeling like I had an incomplete answer to something or I didn't have all the information right on something, go in, check out the comments. I've had a lot of people chime in and help me out. And it's really been a beautiful process and kind of healing for me to realize that I don't have to know it all. I just have to show up and start sharing, and other people that know more than me are going to show up and help too. It's beautiful. And I hope that we can see the value in one another's experiences and thoughts. I have people that's been raising rabbits longer than I've been alive, like longer than my mom's been alive, you know, like 60 years showing up. My mom's 65, but that's not right. So like, or maybe one of them was like 70 years. I've had a lot of years show up in the comment sections teaching me stuff. And I think that there's value there for you too. So I'm gonna keep on creating content, doing what I can to share with you the knowledge that I have gained so far. But I also want to be transparent and say that I don't know it all. I have messed up some stuff in some of my videos. I have some information that I have learned new stuff on that I wish I could go back and change those videos, and I'm like, do I just delete them all? And nothing is absolutely like going to hurt your rabbitry wrong. It's just I feel like I know even more, kind of like our spiritual journey. In the beginning, sometimes we're quick to put our beliefs on other people and press our convictions onto them, when in reality the Lord works on each of us individually and reveals stuff to us individually. I feel like that's happened with my rabbitry. I've read the manual, I know what the manual says, and the manual's right. And then when it comes down to it, you put this stuff into practice and you find that actually there's even better ways than the manual says in the rabbit world. And that's experience and years of doing it, and then finding out your specific rabbits and how they need to be raised and handled. So here is my stack of feed bags. I felt the need to point this out. This is our Tucker Milling Nature Crest feed line, not sponsored, but I would love it if Nature Crest would come on board and sponsor me, because I give them thousands of dollars a year. But I keep these bags on hand. It's gotten kind of big at the moment. I need to thin some out. I keep them on hand, and when I sell a rabbit, I give them transition feed in those bags so that they have the ingredients and what protein ration they've been on and everything like that. So if you wondered why I have a big trash pile there, that's why. This is another French Lop I wanted to share with you. There are 2 colors of French Lop, the other one that I showed you and this one. This one is being raised by a Palomino mom. And I'm not gonna lie, I think it's my favorite. Its ears have dropped well. I'm loving its round head, and its personality is hilarious. So Look at it. So cute. It's checked. And this one is a girl. It's a doe, which I'm looking to keep a doe. I just don't know if I want this color or the other color as my doe. Oh, I'm just doing my thing. Why I rub the rabbit all over my face. I need to get a picture here. I thought it'd be fun to show you both colors of French Lops that we have. From what I can tell, these are the only two colors we ended up with. And I'm not sure what they're gonna turn out to be. I'm still learning, y'all. That's what I was just saying. I'm still learning, especially so much when it comes to rabbit genetics. It is a whole nother language, and I can't decide if I'm going to continue to dive into learning it, or I'm going to let that be left to another professional that I glean from as needed. But look at these cutie patooties. They are so sweet. This one's ears have dropped beautifully. This one's still in the process. Here's their colors. So I don't know if this one's going to be the points, the sable points or not, or if it's going to stay opal. We'll see. I'm even saying these colors and I might be wrong. I don't know. I don't know if this one's going to be orange or if it's more a goody. I don't know. I don't know, but I do know that French Lops are my favorite rabbits in the entire world. They're all I want, but I have them. And I have to mix them with other things because I just can't eat these. So these French Lops, why have French Lops? They are super cute. They do make great pets, but we're also crossing some to just try out different meat growths, which I have a video about that, which I have since learned that sometimes if you're getting your standard meat rabbit up to the standards of the RABITT book, you're going to get your most meat from that. And see, I did a whole video talking about how you can get it crossing them with a giant. So that's what I'm saying. I'm always learning so much because that's what somebody else told me. You know, I'm just, there's so much information out there. So I got these guys to hopefully increase my meat production, but I have fallen in love with them. And I have since told my husband that I don't ever want to live without a French Lop in my life. And you can see why. They're so sweet. I also wanted to add that a French Lop group has been very helpful to me. I posted on there a question asking about when to turn over my nest box for these French Lops because I have no idea. I have been over 2 years into this journey of getting my French Lops alive, getting them to my farm, keeping them alive, getting them bred, all that shebang since I've wanted French Lops. It's been years now. And I was like, do I turn their box over? How does this work? Because their parents' feet are so big. I'm always afraid they're gonna get squashed, which is a real legit fear. And so I posted in there and this lady immediately messaged me and gave me her phone number and told me to call her. And it's Miss Janet in Iowa from Hops Rabbitry. And come to find out, my rabbits were from her line of French Lops. I mean, they're mixed in with other ones in there, but both my doe and my buck have genes going back to Hops in Iowa, where this sweet lady took the time to take my phone call and breathe her 40 years of wisdom into me from raising French Lops. So my lessons learned are reach out to the community around you, especially when you feel like you don't know what to do. Reach out. Someone's willing to help. And I hope that I can be that person for you. And I hope you also find that when I don't know the answer, I let you know that too. I don't want to pretend to know something I don't. So anyways, I wanted to share that little story of encouragement about how someone in the rabbit community took the time to help me. And it came full circle to know that I had some of her lines in my rabbitry. So I hope that you've enjoyed this little video of vulnerability and me just sharing with you some of my thoughts and why you've not seen much of me in the past couple months and where am I going from here? I'm still figuring that out. I'm still trying to figure out what I am doing. I would love to hear from you what kind of stuff you would like to see. What have I not taught you? What do you not feel confident in? And maybe if I don't know it, maybe I can get a guest on here to help me. I do have a local friend that does genetics and I've talked with her about maybe coming on to do some of that. So if that is something that interests you, let me know. I'd also love to work with somebody that tans hides. Tans hides, right? Tans. What am I trying to say? Turns their pelts into something. Tans hides. Yeah, I don't know. I don't do that. And so I can't necessarily teach you on that, but if I could find someone that could, that would be awesome, right? So let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you want to hear from me. And I'm doing what I can over here, and I hope to be with you more. So until next time, eat more rabbit. kind of over the hey y'all, Laura here. So I was like practicing different stuff and I was like, hey all. I mean, right? I can make that work. Hey all. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. I don't know. Hey rabbit friends. Hey bunny buddies. Oh, I would mess that up. It would come out buddy buddies or buddy something. I don't know. So I guess I'm just sticking with hey y'all. Laura here with Cox Homestead. So original.